by the Montana Television Network. Montana This Morning continues on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good morning, and thanks so much for starting your week with us here on Montana This Morning. I'm Samantha Sullivan, in for Victoria today.
And I'm Ed McIntosh, and we got trouble brewing here in the big city. Let's go ahead and take a look at the first interstate ICAM, because we do have the potential for strong to severe storms once we start getting into the afternoon and evening hours, and this is really our best chance all week long. 59 right now, and generally a mix of clouds and sunshine, a little bit of a southwest breeze with a steady barometer, and it's starting off as a fairly pleasant morning. I mean, we have some showers around. There's a little bit of activity exiting eastern Montana, and a bit more you see from Livingston just to the west of Billings with some showers here this morning. But overall, it's fairly quiet to get started. We're going to pick up on things as we start getting later into the afternoon. Morning temperatures are mainly in the 50s and a few low 60s. Graybull, you're at 61 this morning. Big Timber reports 60 degrees, and also in Basin 60 degrees. For the Billings area, we'll likely stay a little shy of average, warming up into the 70s today. The clouds will increase starting right around lunchtime, and then we pick up on the chance of strong to severe storms after that. Heavy rain, gusty winds, hail possible with some of these storms as we start getting into the afternoon. We'll break down details in the real target areas for you here in a couple of minutes as soon as we let you know. It's cell phone courtesy month, so sometimes when you're using your cell phone and maybe you shouldn't, today's a nice reminder that maybe that's not the most courteous thing to do. Just saying, Sandy.
You don't have to just call me out like that, Ed, in front of all these people.
There you go. Today's the day to do that. Naughty, naughty.
All right. Thanks, Ed. We'll check back in a bit.
Thanks, Sammy.
The U.S. Geological Survey says the threat of another major earthquake hitting California in the next week is falling, but that isn't doing much to ease the fears of residents who have felt hundreds of nonstop aftershocks since two quakes rocked part of the state. More than 3,000 aftershocks have been recorded. Some residents in Ridgecrest have chosen to sleep outside rather than go back into their homes. The governor of California says this last week should serve as a wake-up call to residents to make sure they're prepared for another big one. California will spend more than $16 million on new quake-detecting sensors all around the state. Well, the American women are once again on top of the soccer world. Team USA beat the Netherlands 2-0 to win the Women's World Cup for a fourth time, their second title in a row. Roxana Saberi was there.
For the reigning champions, taking on Europe's best was never supposed to be easy. And in the first half, the Netherlands did something no other team here has: stop the U.S. from scoring.
It's deflected. Two players down in the box.
But when the Americans were awarded a penalty, co-captain Megan Rapinoe stepped up.
Go! U.S. leads.
A few minutes later, her teammate Rose Lavelle followed.
2-0 U.S.
And so, to cheers in the stadium and back home, the U.S. earned a fourth World Cup victory, making history.
We're crazy. That's what makes it special. We just have no quit in us. We're so tight, and we'll do anything to win.
What was it like to witness soccer history being made?
Oh my, it was awesome. It was the best. It was the best.
Highlight of my life.
Yeah.
USA! USA!
But the women aren't just soccer players, they're role models to fans like Jen Burney from San Diego.
They're also examples of how to be great humans, really multidimensional people who stand up for what's right and aren't afraid to express their opinions and aren't afraid to just be fabulous.
It's obvious they mean a lot.
We love them.
The team's win caps 4 weeks of drama off the field, with players deflecting accusations of celebrating too boldly.
You see men celebrating all around the world in big tournaments.
Speaking too openly.
I stand by the comments that I made about not wanting to go to the White House.
And displaying too much confidence.
I don't think our team is arrogant at all.
But during this record-breaking run, the team has also fought for equal pay and treatment for female athletes. In that battle, players have said this trophy matters. Their coach Jill Ellis says they won it by being resilient.
They put their hearts and soul into this journey, and I can't thank them enough. It's been fantastic.
But the biggest winner here may be women's soccer. This tournament has highlighted the growth and popularity of the game around the world. Roxana Saberi, CBS News, Lyon, France.
Now, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio invited the players to a ticker tape parade in Manhattan's Canyon of Heroes come Wednesday. Well, back here in Billings, one man was transported to the hospital with multiple gunshot wounds after a shooting Sunday afternoon near Riverside Middle School. According to the Billings Police Department, it happened around 4:30 p.m. on Monroe Street. The victim has been identified as a 40-year-old Billings man. He was transported to the hospital for his injuries. Police are still searching for a suspect, but no other details have been released. In other news, over the weekend, 3 men were killed after a single vehicle crash near Kirby on Saturday. Montana Highway Patrol says it happened when the vehicle they were in went off the right side of the highway for unknown reasons. After going off the road, the vehicle went down an embankment, flipped, and landed in a creek. That crash remains under investigation. Well, the Alberta Bear Theater is undergoing some major renovations, causing one restaurant in downtown Billings to temporarily shut their doors. Save a Kitchen on North Broadway across from the theater. The restaurant opened in June of 2017. Seva owner Harvey Singh says the noise made it difficult for their customers to enjoy meals on the patio, and business has diminished since the crews started construction on the theater back in May. Seva did have 2 outdoor concerts planned for this summer. Those concerts have been canceled, and customers who bought tickets will be refunded. Plans are for the restaurant to reopen in late 2020. Well, in other news this morning, state fundraising reports have been released this week, highlighting what is likely to be a highly contested campaign for Montana governor next year. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian has a closer look at those numbers.
This week, candidates running for Montana state offices in 2020 filed fundraising reports covering the months of April, May, and June. The most expensive race is the Republican primary for governor. Congressman Greg Gianforte raised by far the most during the most recent period. Since launching his campaign last month, he collected more than $584,000. He loaned his own campaign $50,000. Attorney General Tim Fox raised about $109,000 in the last quarter, bringing his total for the year to about $312,000. State Senator Al Olszewski of Kalispell reported just over $142,000 over the last 3 months, including a $100,000 loan he made to the campaign. In the Democratic primary, House Minority Leader Casey Schreiner of Great Falls has collected almost $33,000 since launching his campaign in June. Former State Representative Riley Neal of Livingston also entered the race last month and has raised $325. Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney launched his campaign after the most recent deadline, so he didn't have any fundraising to report. All of these candidates are running to succeed Governor Steve Bullock, who is termed out and cannot run again in 2020. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
Well, you can find more information about fundraising and some of our other statewide races on our website. Well, some local charity groups spent their Sunday spreading some positive change in Billings with a Zimmerman Park cleanup. 3 different groups in the community organized that cleanup. The idea, well, it came from wanting to bring people out into their community to make Billings a little bit better for everyone. Organizers hope to make cleanups like this one a regular occurrence in Billings.
Tucker and I just had the idea of getting the city together, on maybe regular occasions to come out to different points of the city and just clean up just for a couple hours on like a Sunday or people's days off. And, we kind of did it in hopes to spark just interest for people to do stuff like that for the city. Not just, trash cleanups, but just any type of charity work or any way to give back to the city.
Well, stick with us here on Montana This Morning. Still ahead, what makes some people donate their organs to complete strangers, a look at what researchers are discovering in the brains of altruistic kidney donors. Right now it's 6:09, 58 degrees outside. After the break, this week's Montana Ag Report and your Money Watch Report. That's coming up, so stay with us.
You're watching MTN News with Victoria Hill and Storm Tracker weather with Ed McIntosh. This is Montana This Morning on Q2, Montana's news leader.